Alright, we're back. And we're here to talk about Code of Honor. An episode of Star Trek. It is the 4th episode of Season 1. So, this is, gets right off the bat, this is considered one of the worst episodes of Star Trek. It's a hard one. Is it Shades of Grey? Shades of Grey is, I think, one of the worst one, because it's just a recap episode. But this is definitely up there. Let's talk about it. The Enterprise is basically going to Ligon 2. They're here to collect, basically need a vaccine, to which apparently people here have created. That's Starfleet or whoever, they've not been able to synthesize anything like it. Antilles? It's been a week since I've watched these episodes, so I'm reading off Wikipedia just so I can get the gist of it. And my reading of things when I haven't heard it in a little bit is quite shocking. So yeah, Styrus 4 is where the fever is on. I'm bad with these names. But basically, they've got there's this culture who have their own kind of customs and their own thing. Who they basically need to get this vaccine from, and hopefully help out, because if not, everyone's gonna die. So yeah, I think they're given a sample of vaccine to basically just check if it's up to snuff, if it actually will do the job. We have this, their leader, Lutan, given a kind of tour of a little bit of a tour of the Enterprise, with Tashiya. We get our first introduction to the holodeck. The holodeck. Not used that much in this episode. It's mostly just to be like, hey look, we created a holographic man. He can do Aikido. Yeah, it's not as cool as later episodes, but yeah. So this guy's like, whew, this woman, she can definitely do Aikido with holographic men. So after his tour, he basically goes, cool, I'm gonna take her. Thanks. Bye. Picard goes, hey. Come back. Still my people. Stealing my people. Do it. Don't do it. He did it anyway. And he's not going to give it back. But actually, I think he says he will give him back, but there's going to be like a banquet first. So they go, well, fine, we'll go to this banquet. But we find out the Lutan wants Tashiya to be his first wife. That's like, yeah, first one. Basically means he can have multiple partners. Yeah, you can have multiple partners. He is the more superior partner, and apparently that's their custom. But yeah, no, his current first one is like, oh, fuck that. I'm gonna kill this woman. I'm a killer. So they get in a fight with these weird. I was gonna say, like, I don't think what they're like. They're kind of big, like just a fist, like a metal fist, but with like a whole bunch of spikes on it. So that's what they fight with, which has a whole bunch of poison on. Which we get an example of that because one of them flies off into the stands, Because apparently these people decide, do we put any barriers up for this thing? Nah. We've never had any accidents with this. Oh, that guy died. Most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. Okay, it's one of the ones. It just seems weird, but there's how these people operate. But yeah, it's kind of a trick because they've already planned for basically how to this woman Urena to die. But Tashio goes, beams them up to the Enterprise, and they do, and Dr. Crusher revives her from death. Because not death isn't always completely guaranteed. If it's your heart stops for a bit, you're technically dead, and you come back. Which means that Tashiya, I think it means Tashiya is now try and work out how this works, because she's still alive, but she has all her land. So technically, the deal with Tashiya worked. She still has her land, so she chooses like a new partner, but then also chooses Lutan as like her second, and then goes, cool, now I'm gonna give you guys all the vaccine. Oh no, the new husband, because for some reason still the husband are still in charge for some reason, even though it seems somehow the women have a lot of power, but they don't. It's a very weird, antiquated society. It's bizarre, but yeah, and they get the vaccine. Like, cool, thanks guys, we got a vaccine. Bye. We're gonna go save some people now. Which they do proceed to do. They go to save the people. Well, that happens off screen, but we assume they do, and we assume everything goes fine. So yeah, that is the end of the episode. This is apparently originally they were gonna make the people like reptilian, but I guess they were like, that's money. It's a lot of aliens. We got a lot of people in this. A lot of aliens. Let's just make them like everyone's black. Everyone's black. Cool. So they make it so it basically becomes like a African tribe type thing. But yeah, it just seems. Yeah, apparently as reptilian with like the an honor code of like a Bushido. Yeah, pretty much everyone has problems with it. And also, yeah, apparently the director of this episode was fired. I can't. There's rumors that he was bad to the cast. The director. Oh, the African theme of the episode was brought in by director Russ Mayberry, who had the Lion race cast entirely from African American actors. Mayberry was fired during production by the show's creator Gene Roddenberry, and Les Landau completed the episode, and let it direct a fuck ton of Star Trek. Absolute fuck ton of Star Trek. See at least 30 episodes of Star Trek overall. So yeah, a lot of Star Trek. But yeah, we don't really know why. Yeah, I think I've seen stuff where it says that guy was racist, but take it with a grain of salt. So I guess you can't technically blame the writers, even though apparently they also wrote an episode, or well, one of them never wrote anything again, but the other one wrote an episode of Star Trek Stargate SG-1, which is very similar. So, but I guess if they're doing it, they're going, oh, these are all reptiles. I guess you can't blame them as much. Because they were like, no, it's reptiles, mate. So, yeah. But yeah, it is not the greatest episode. And just, yeah, the idea of just going, yeah, I'm going to steal your woman. That's unfortunate, isn't it? No, it's not good. I definitely wouldn't recommend this episode. I think we can skip this episode. Yeah. I think we'll skip this episode. And, next episode, we'll be doing the Last Outpost, which is where we're introduced to the terrifying brand new race of Star Trek. The Ferengi. The new threat of Star Trek. Oh no. We'll see what happens there. Oh, I'm looking forward to this new alien race. They're going to replace the Klingons as the newest threat. Woo! I can't wait. But we'll have to wait for that next time on Star Trek: The Next Generation. For now, I say, live long and prosper.